One step for man and a giant leap for mankind ங்கிறது நம்ம ஸ்கூல்லேருந்து கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கிற ஒரு ஃபேமஸ் கோட்.
Everything, how they come close. It's not like an Indian cinema where it's a little melodramatic or something like that.
50 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி கூட இவ்வளோ ஒரு டெக்னாலஜி அட்வான்ஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ் இதை பார்த்து ரொம்ப வியப்பாக இருந்தது.
About making the world a better place because we understand another person's point of view.
With India, in 2012, the Australian government signed a memorandum of understanding with India's Israel.
ஃபிலிம் கிளப் சினிமா ராண்டேவுல இன்னைக்கு ரொம்ப ஸ்பெஷல் டே. ஸோ 1969 அப்போலோ 11ங்கிற ஸ்பேஸ் கிராஃப்ட் அமெரிக்காவால் மூணுக்கு அனுப்பப்பட்டது. நீல் ஆம்ஸ்ட்ராங் பற்றி எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். ஒன் ஸ்டெப் ஃபார் மேன் அண்ட் அ ஜாயிண்ட் லீப் ஃபார் மேன்கைண்டுங்கிறது நம்ம ஸ்கூல்லேருந்து கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கிற ஒரு ஃபேமஸ் கோட். அது நடந்து 50 வருஷம் ஆகுது. அதை இங்கே ஆஸ்திரேலியன் கான்சுலேட், சென்னையில் இருக்கிற ஆஸ்திரேலியன் கான்சுலேட் ஒரு படத்தை கொடுத்து சினிமா ராண்டேவு ஃபிலிம் கிளப்போட செலிப்ரேட் பண்ணுறாங்க.
Today's screening of The Dish is brought to you by the Australian Consulate General in Chennai in celebration of the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. The story you'll see today is fictional, but it's a fictionalised account of a very true story of Australia's contribution to the Apollo 11 landings. With the Honeysuckle Creek tracking station and the Parkes radio telescope, Australia helped track the Apollo 11 spacecraft and deliver images of man walking on the moon to audiences everywhere 50 years ago this weekend.
வணக்கம், என் பேர் டாக்டர் ஸ்ரீமதி கேசன், ஃபவுண்டர் CEO ஸ்பேஸ் கிட்ஸ் இந்தியா. இது ரெஃபாட் ஷாருக் என்னோட லீட் சயின்டிஸ்ட், இது யக்னசாய் என்னோட சீஃப் டெக்னாலஜிஸ்ட். அண்ட் இன்றைக்கி இங்கே இந்த ஸ்பேஸ் லேண்டிங் பற்றி, தட் இஸ் அப்போலோ மிஷன் பற்றி ஒரு மூவி பார்க்க வந்திருக்கோம். ரொம்பவே சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. ஏன்னா மனுஷங்க பிறவி பூமியில் எடுத்துகிட்டு இன்னொரு கண்டத்துக்கு, இன்னொரு நிலவுக்கெல்லாம் கால் பதிக்க முடியும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருந்து வருத்தமாக இருந்து அமெரிக்கா தான் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க முதல்ல அப்படின்னு நினச்சா கூட ஒரு மேன்கைண்டுக்கு இது ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய சாதனை அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். நினச்சி பார்க்க முடியாத ஒரு சாதனை. ஆனால் இப்போது வரக்கூடிய இந்த சந்திராயன் 2ல் நம்மளும் 50 வருஷத்துக்கு அப்புறம் நம்ம போக போகிறோம் நிலவுக்கு அப்படின்னு நினச்சா அதுவே ரொம்ப ஒரு பெருமிதமாக இருக்குது. அண்ட் இது என்னோடய பிள்ளைங்களோட சேர்ந்து இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு விஷயத்தை, ஏன்னா நாங்கள் ஸ்பேஸ் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் ஒர்க் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். ஸோ அதனால் இதை பார்க்குறதுக்கு நாங்கள் எல்லோரும் சேர்ந்து வந்திருக்கிறது ரொம்பவே மகிழ்ச்சி தருது. தேங்க்யூ ஷைலஜா ஃபார் திஸ்.
Youngest member, only 92 years young boy. I've been a donor member for many years, and I'm so happy that efforts of Shailaja and Arun have made Rendezvous international. I would like that the efforts continue to grow and get more and more recognized. All the best and congrats to all, not only the entire Cinema Rendezvous team, and in particular to Shailaja and Arun, my dear Arun. Thank you.
The Film Club Cinema Rendezvous was honored that the Australian Consulate wanted to present this film through our film club. I think just makes us believe in our the main aim of the film club about discussing cinema, not just watching it, which is why our aesthetics about cinema stood at one level. We were getting into moral viewpoints about, even if we went into story, we were talking right and wrong. But I think most film technicians, most writers, most directors are working in that space of giving you multiple perspectives about making the world a better place because we understand another person's point of view, not to be stuck with something. So which is why there's a debate about any statement made about any film we see. So that's the excitement of running a film club also. So I'm going to invite the Vice Consul, Andrew Collister, from the Australian Consulate to join me on stage here.
To introduce myself, I'm the Vice Consul, and to give an indication of the consulate, we cover the 5 South Indian states, which covers 250 million people. Australia helped NASA send TV images of humankind's first steps on the moon to 600 million people around the world. At the time, this was the largest ever TV audience, and the event created a powerful collective experience for those watching. Already today, I've chatted to a few people who remember where they were when it happened. Communicating with the Apollo 11 spacecraft and sharing news of this giant leap was made possible by Australian technology and Australian teams at the Honeysuckle Creek tracking station and the Parkes radio telescope in New South Wales. It is the story of Parkes that you will see this morning. Made by the Working Dog team, who also made the classic Australian film The Castle, The Dish was the top grossing Australian film in Australia in the year 2000. The Dish you will see on screen is the same as it was in 1969 and still operates 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Today, Australia continues to support international space agencies in the exploration of our solar system and beyond. With India, in 2012, the Australian government signed a memorandum of understanding with India's ISRO. In 2018, we formed a new Australian space agency. We're excited to taking our relationship to greater heights, if you'll pardon the pun. But just as importantly, you're here today to watch a great Australian film with a warm heart of humour that is distinctively Australian. The history of Australian film goes back to the story of the Keller Gang, the first ever full-length feature film made anywhere in the world back in 1906. The Australian Consulate in Chennai is proud to bring you a taste of Australian culture today, and we look forward to doing so again in the future. I want to take this opportunity to thank the team at Cinema Rendezvous, especially Shailaja, who's been a great confidant to me, not only in films, but also just living here in Chennai. I'm very pleased we've been able to work on today's screening and last week's screening, and I look forward to our future collaboration.
And I especially want to welcome all the students who've joined us from Vayu Shastra. Srimati, for all your children from Space Kids, I know you all take them on NASA visits and everything. It feels good. Thank you very much to these two young people. Yes, Srimati is a little younger to me. He is like my daughter's age, but still I think many of us are very young at heart, and that's what makes us members of these kind of clubs. And a very special welcome to all the women from the Rotary Club. Can we have you all wave out? Neil Armstrong was a Rotarian. So that's reason enough for them to be celebrating, and just look at all those beaming faces. You bring in so much energy when you come in there. Thank you so much. And big thanks to all the regular members of Cinema Rendezvous. You make a big difference. And let me request Nidhi from Shasan to please introduce our special invitee for the morning.
Arvind Krishna is a celebrated cinematographer with prolific interests, knowledge, passion and communication skill to match. Apart from being an eminent cinematographer and an occasional actor when he indulges himself, he follows his illustrious father, S. Krishnan, in being a creative head and producer with interesting projects on the web and TV. He has worked as a DOP, Director of Photography, with several filmmakers like P. Vasu, Gautam Menon, Vijay and Arun Vedanathan, to name a few. His association with director Selva Raghavan across films like Thulluvadu Illamai, Kadal Kondeen, 7G Rainbow Colony and Pudupettai took his fame to stratospheric heights. Arvind's usage of candles and raw stock to create a night effect in the forest won the appreciation of both industry technicians and the public.
Arvind Krishna, how he felt just seeing this film as part of an audience, as a father of that son, husband of that man. This man interested in so many things in life, because I know your interest is not just technical. I know Arvind a little more as a friend. I've been having conversations with him, and what's interesting is he is very well-rounded. It's not just about his career, the kind of cinema he believes. There's a curiosity and adventure in him, and a very humane side to him. So how did you feel seeing this film?
It's a wonderful movie to pick on, to showcase here. This is the beauty. What I really feel is the magic of cinema just came out here. We could all feel and experience what they all felt in 1969. Sitting here clapping when Neil Armstrong landed on the moon, it was like we actually felt we were there, sitting there. So I think this movie actually, it's a very, very tough writing on this. It's a very difficult writing because the incident is a very small incident in terms of, it's more of a technical one. It's about how Australia, one dish, shared the important images of Neil Armstrong on that particular day. But in reality, it would have been just a documentary, a part of information and things like that. They've said it so funny that you remember everything. Humor is a lovely way to convey some good information, and it remains in people for a very long time. And that's exactly what this movie has done. There are such lovely humor that's beautiful, including that girl of that mayor was so funny at times, trying to bring out the you know.
Like classes.
Yeah. So all those things, those characters etched out, though it's impossible to keep you engrossed for so long with such an incident, and end of the day, even make you feel, how it would have been in 1960. So I saw small, because you told me about this movie, try to read about it. There's lots to read about it. First of all, moon landing itself is one side of it. They say it's fiction. There is never a moon landing. Never, nothing really happened. And then there is this other side. When you actually see the movie, you start believing that it's fantastic. So there is this small video that I just saw where they said in Houston, they found apparently one of the guys forgot to switch on a switch which was not switched on, because of which the images were flipped. The Armstrong images were flipped, and they tried to readdress that, and they couldn't do that. Then they reached out to another place, and there it was very contrasty. The images weren't clear, and that's when they moved to Parks, and that's where they got the actual images, and that is the actual
This
square.
was the third station.
Yeah, third station then. So when you look at all this, now it's more interesting. Now you feel like going back and reading more about it, really knowing about it. And today, this morning, I read in our papers how Neil Armstrong and the other astronaut, Buzz, and all of them, they came to India, and they were in Bombay, and it was one of the biggest crowds that we've seen. And they actually made a model of the eagle, which apparently they had left it in on the moon, and that was there today. And I read the whole article, and it's such a big event for the world. And obviously today's generation won't even know much about it. But that's because of the humor, the way they put it across, the writing. I think that made the difference to the whole thing.
I mean, there's no real tension in the end of this film. I mean, Man Walks on the Moon, we've known that for 50 years, and you know what's going to happen here. But it's through creating characters, it's through creating a mood. I mean, even just the use of the music to really put you in the scene. And I think the humour, it's very, the team that made this film, Working Dog, have made a lot of mostly TV, but they're very well known for their style of humour back in Australia. And I think I see it sometimes in India as well, like that sort of, they're unafraid to poke fun at authority. I mean, how many countries would you get a film where the Prime Minister is, let's be honest, he's a boorish drunk? And we're not offended by that. That's part of our culture. We have a bit of a laugh at people in authority, and with the ambassador and the Americans, like we're not afraid to make fun of ourselves and the people involved. But it's just a very good natured way of humour. But it's much more memorable. I mean, we could have shown a documentary on Apollo, and I could have stood up here and said, "This is what Australia did. We were part of it. Watch this documentary and learn the facts." And I don't think we would have got a full cinema with people standing in the aisles. And I think we would have had people walking out midway through because they couldn't sit down. But people were laughing. I could hear it. There was laughter. There was applause, and that's really just. I mean, it's heartwarming because I've organised this event, and it's glad. I mean, that's just me talking selfishly, but talking as an Australian part of that cultural connection. That and we had last week with people really responded. There was a lot of humour in last week's Indigenous story as well, and it was a different type of humour, but also there were just still strange similarity that also got lots of laughter while really engaged with the subject matter. And I think hopefully after these two screenings, people have gone home having learned something new, but have also had a great time.
You were telling us, and I also observed that in this film, so when you go through all these different links on the net, you find, like it happens now, if Mani Ratnam is going to take Ponniyin Selvan, you're going to have all kinds of opinions on this. Kalki Ezhudinade is not history manga, then they'll say this is distorted. You have all these things. Same thing, when we went through these links, we found somebody using even bad words and saying, no, this whole thing was from the other dish too, and all these discussions are happening. So you tell me, as somebody, as a producer, as having worked closely with several directors who've touched on history also, so how much of reality do you take, and how do you plot it in with fiction?
We see, at the end of the day, as I said, we have to the message had to come out in a very different way, right? So it has to be commercialized as well, you know, and to make people understand the whole thing. They didn't miss the point. When the actual event happened, it was actual footage, archived footage, and it made you feel exactly how it felt. But till then, the build up to that whole, that nth hour, that minute, that is what makes it more interesting. So you have a guy, a little pessimistic guy, in one of the, I forgot that guy's name. In the
The calculation.
no, not the calculator, the other guy.
With the points.
Yeah. So he keeps, oh, it will not happen. Occasionally he's always pessimistic. There is one guy very optimistic, and there's one guy, you build these characters. Maybe they were not really like them. Maybe they were really serious sitting in the dish and they were actually plotting how it is going to be happening, and those winds coming, that was real. The wind was real apparently, and they were really worried about not getting the images.
So bringing in the drama through
Yes,
characterization.
and that is very important. And that American being there, and that security guy, he was hilarious. I mean, and thanks Armstrong in the end was like fantastic. I mean, that just adds to you. And when you're at the moment, feeling those, and your eyes tearing up and all that, then you laugh also out of that, and you enjoy it. That's brilliant writing.
Yeah, like this place where he comes and tells this American Al that the generator, he confesses. There's this whole thing of where you fool and how you get together to fool and hold on to a situation, and where there's a personal connect of confessing. Several things unfolds like that.
The human characters, the relationships, and everything. How they come close. And it's not like an Indian cinema where it's a little melodramatic or something like that. For example, when Sam Neill just walks down the step, he says something about his wife. You just see his back shot, just stops for a minute, and then he walks down.
Yeah.
There is not much of,
Not
if
holding
it
on.
was us, our culture is different, where we got to show him in the front, we got to put a small trolley to him and show his emotion, and maybe
So
a
do you
small-
as a filmmaker,
So-
your director, and you feel that pressure to hold on?
No, see, the thing is, the audience have to evolve with it. We assume the audience have evolved. Sometimes we make films assuming the audience have evolved, but we fail there. We think, oh no, they still want the same. So we go back to making the same thing. So our culture, as I said, sometime back we had a conversation at the Brew Room where I said, how much cinema influences the society and how much the society influences, that makes a difference here. So as a filmmaker, we are also forced to understand it. So the problem we face is when we have only 5 heroes. So when we wanted to do it, especially, sorry, I'm bringing back my experience with Selva Raghavan, we decided we will do it with newcomers, new faces, because when it was the same 5 heroes, we were forced to write for their images, their things. We were restricted between certain things. We couldn't move out of the shell. It was all in one particular box. If you're trying something experiment, either the hero will object, the producer will object, or the audience is not going to see it.
And the hero many times objects not just because of his ego, because he thinks his audience expect
So-
that, and he has to satisfy the producer.
Exactly. So what happens is, after a couple of times, when the image doesn't work, now they go into a confusion and they don't know what to do. Right? So most of the directors, when they do a first film, it's nice and good, it's a hit. They do a second film. They do the second film or the third film doesn't do well. They go back the third or the fourth film, back to the first film, same genre that they did, because they think that's what people like from him, and they stereotype themselves. So you immediately have these directors, actors. If there is a guy who's doing a cop role, you always have him in a cop role. The reason is this. So when Sam Neill came, my son first thing said, "Oh, he's the guy who comes in Jurassic Park." Wow, I mean, like that's how he knows it, right? So it's not like you see Sam Neill always in, these kind of things. So that kind of a variation, we are bound by that kind of a society and that kind of image-driven thing. That is the biggest problem with our stuff. But thanks to times, I think it's changing a lot now. With a lot of the content is becoming the king now rather than the actors, and that's helping a lot. Choice of songs that they use, the music is very subtle. It went with the whole thing, and so did the cinematography. It didn't disturb the story at all. It captured what it had to capture, and the choice of songs from till the end, the evil song in the end and whatever, it all is so relevant. Now when you watch something like Netflix, you watch some series, even in Stranger Things or whatever, anything that is new or whatever, you can hear the selection of songs that they play. It's amazing. Apart from the OST, I mean the original soundtrack I'm talking about. So there was the opening had a song, the end had a song, and in between also there was and all with the moods of what the story was talking actually. So which is very relevant. The music, see, when you overall see the movie and you get emotional and when you clap and when you enjoy, when you're part of the movie, when you're inside it, every department is done well. The minute you say the photography was good or the music was good or this was good or that was good, I think the movie fails. It's a complete package that has to work whole thing, and you are not able to actually take what in. The mayor was good, the army, the girlfriends, the boyfriend was good. Everybody was in their own way so good, so beautifully etched each character that you don't feel the difference at all. So that way the whole film, that is why it works so beautifully. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The dish as such, I think they've taken permission. I don't know. I'll have to check again for parks, and I think they've taken permission to shoot there exactly. I mean, maybe the interiors they've changed, but the dish and everything they've done, and it's all about the writing. This movie is all about the writing. It's nothing. See, the dish. There was one particular sequence where they show the dish turning and moving and the small hinges and this and that, and it just gave you that bigness, the feel of that big dish, and then made you connect with, wow, they're going to do something big. And that's
so it was just right for you to, sometimes we have films where they say because of the production we couldn't do certain things, so it robs you of a certain feel.
No,
but you got the full impact.
Yes, because from the writing, see, for example, the writing is so good that I remember now that Sam Neill tells that the nerdy in there that don't have he says something about his wife, and he asks the same question in the end, and he says let's not regret or something like that in the end.
The number of references,
so you say that it's beautifully done. It's craft. It's a wonderful film. Okay. There's nothing in terms of, I don't see any miniatures, and I don't think they needed any miniatures in this, and they've been very, very simple about the whole thing, and I think the simplicity has spoken volumes in this whole thing. Yes, we need a lot of these kind of films to be made. See, right now we are getting them, and that's the best part. So, for example, we are getting one Akshay Kumar movie called the Mission Mangal, but that's our first whatever we sent to Mars. The orbiter, whatever. What do we call that? What did we? I don't know. Yeah. Huh? Mangalyaan. Oh, sorry, yeah, the team is there. Sorry. So the Mangalyaan. So the film's about that, and again, you see the trailer, you get to see there are 5 women who are involved in that mission, and each one is a different kind of a character. Now, just like this, it's desi, we don't know what it is, but they're attempting that. We need something like that. Then there is a Madhavan film coming up on Nambi Narayan. Yeah. So things are just opening up. As I say, right now, this is the perfect time when things are opening up, and we need to get content like that. And right now, it is opening up in web series. Thanks to web series and thanks to mobile and everything, people are only looking at content. They're not looking at anything else, and which is a great thing. And I'm also foreseeing a point where there is going to be a lot of Indian writing which is going to play a big role in the future, in terms of, because end of the day the culture matters. Like I said, we would have had a song somewhere. We would have had that is our way of looking at it. When you say there is no breaks for the movie, it's going to be a single run. Everybody, I don't know how many people really got the jitters, because that's how it is there. But we need that interval to go out, relax, popcorn, come back, and then start again. Right? It doesn't work like that. So when you said no break, I was like, oh man, it's freezing already. So all these things matter a lot for Indians. So we Indianize the same thing. If we'll wait and see. Obviously, it's a trial and error method, because as I said, the buffet is being served now. There are different OTT platforms across Amazon, ZEE5, Netflix, and I recently read an article where Netflix is finding extremely difficult to run the show in India because the local content is just killing them. So it's like, so there are Hajar guys, like even an alt Balaji is there. I know a company just coming in Andhra which is investing 1,000 crores into an OTT platform over the next 10 years or 5 years. So it is going to be a big, and what will you watch? Where do you know is the good content? And it's all going to be eventually a part of mergers, acquisitions, everything coming together, and there'll be some 2-3 entities eventually, you know. So, but it's a good sign right now. We are having a lot of opportunities, and I'm glad I'm at this time able to play this producer role, like you say, or a director's role. Similar, I have a lot of scope, new things coming up. And all those things that we were holding up, watching and writing and keeping into ourselves, now is the finally we can bring it out and showcase it.
This is Devi Krishna, member of CR and also the charter president of the Rotary Club of Chennai Spotlight. Thank you so much, Shailaja from Cinema Rendezvous, for inviting our members to be a part of this wonderful, memorable morning. Of course, the connect you already mentioned, Neil Armstrong being a Rotarian. Not only that, a couple of our ANITs are in Australia studying and doing their higher studies. We have our own member, Dr. Susan, who's the president of Indo-Australian Association. So that's the Rotary Connect. Susan, please get recognized. So yeah, we are about 18 of us. We really enjoyed the movie, lovely morning. And thank you so much, DOP producer Arvind Krishna. And we look forward to more interaction, more work, and more movies. And thank you very much. And a small memento from our president. I think she just stepped out. Can I request Barbara? Barbara, past president? Yeah, this is Rotarian Barbara Brady. A small token of our appreciation for comebacks to Arvind Krishna. Thank you once again for your time and for being here this morning. Thank you all.
ஸ்பெஷல் மோமெண்ட் ரொம்பவே நாஸ்டாலஜிக்காக இருந்தது. ஏதோ நாங்களே வந்து நிலாவில் கால் பதிச்ச மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீலிங். அண்ட் இது 50வது வருஷம் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து பிலீவ் பண்ண முடியல. ஏன்னா 50 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி கூட இவ்வளோ ஒரு டெக்னாலஜி அட்வான்ஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ் இதை பார்த்து ரொம்ப வியப்பாக இருந்தது. அண்ட் ஃபென்டாஸ்டிக் மூவி. நாங்கள் நினச்சோம் 1 hour 40 minutesக்கு எப்படி இந்த ஒரு சின்ன சீக்வன்ஸை வச்சு, இந்த ஒரு சின்ன நாட் வச்சு எப்படி எடுத்துருக்க போகிறாங்க அப்படின்னு நினச்சிட்டு தான் உள்ளே வந்தோம். பட் பியூட்டிஃபுல் ஸ்கிரிப்டிங், ஒரு இடத்துல கூட வந்து ஒரு தொய்வே இல்லாமல் ரொம்ப அழகாக ஹிலேரியஸாக அண்ட் ஒரு ஆர்டிஸ்டோட மூவ்மெண்ட்டும் சரி ரொம்ப அழகாக கேப்சர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அண்ட் இதை எங்களால் ரிலேட் பண்ண முடிஞ்சுது. ஏன்னா பிகாஸ் எங்களோட சேட்டலைட் லான்ச் போது எக்ஸாக்டாக என்னெல்லாம் நாங்கள் வந்து நிறையா ஃபேஸ் பண்ணோமோ அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய விஷயங்களை வந்து இவங்க நுணுக்கமாக காமிச்சு எங்களுக்கு ரொம்பவே சந்தோஷமாக இருந்தது. ஏன்னா ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸோட சேர்ந்து நாங்கள் கலாம் சாட் லான்ச் பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து உட்காந்து அதை பற்றியான விஷயங்கள் பேச முடியல. பட் இன்றைக்கி வந்து இந்த மூவியில் உட்காந்து அதெல்லாம் ப்ளேபேக் பண்ணுறப்போ ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருந்தது. தேங்க்யூ ஷைலஜா ஃபார் திஸ் கிரேட் மார்னிங். Beautiful, absolutely.
Hello, this is Dinesh, film lover. I'm all the way from Coimbatore. I rushed here. Film poster பார்த்துட்டு கொஞ்சம் இன்ஃபேக்ட் ஏமாந்துட்டேன். நான் வந்து சினாப்சிஸ் படிக்கல. அந்த ஷீப்போட டிசைன் எல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு டிஷ்ஷுனா சாப்பிட்ற டிஷ்ஷாக எந்த டிஷ்ஷுன்னே தெரியாமல் வந்தேன். ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணோன்னே இன்ஃபேக்ட் டிசப்பாயிண்டிங்காக தான் இருந்தது. பட் பார்த்து முடித்தோன்னே வேறு லெவல் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸு. ஒரு சின்ன நாட் வச்சு இவ்வளோ இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கான ஒரு கண்டென்ட் கொடுக்க முடியும்ன்ட்டு தெரியல. ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்காக இருந்தது. எஸ்பெஷலாக அரவிந்த் சாரோட செஷன், அவரோட டிஸ்கஷன், அவரோட வியூ பாயிண்ட் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு கேட்கறதுக்கு தான் ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்காக இருந்தது. ஸோ சினிமா ரவுண்டுக்கு ரொம்ப தேங்க்ஸ். அவங்க ஏதாவது ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணால் அது கண்டிப்பாக அதில் வேர்த்தாக தான் இருக்கும்னு நினச்சி தான் வந்தேன். ஸோ அதுவும் ரொம்ப வேர்த்தாக இருந்தது. தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச்.
ஸோ ஹலோ கைஸ், வணக்கம். ஐ எம் ரிஃபாத் ஃப்ரம் ஸ்பேஸ் கிட்ஸ் இந்தியா. ஸோ இன்றைக்கி மூவி வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா ஃபஸ்ட்டு இந்த டிஷ்னு போட்டிருந்தாங்க. நான் நேற்று வரும்போதே ஒரு ஸ்டோரி லைன் மட்டும் பார்த்துட்டு வந்தேன். அண்ட் இன்றைக்கி வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா இட்ஸ் 50th anniversary of Apollo 11 landing. So I was thinking how we are going to celebrate that. And இங்கே வந்து பார்த்தா ஒரு அப்போலோ லேண்டிங் செலிப்ரேட் பண்ணுறதுக்கான ஒரு பர்ஃபெக்ட் மூவியாக இது அமைஞ்சது. ஏன்னா வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா லைக் அந்த லைவ் ஃபீட் அப்படின்றது வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா இந்த நீல் ஆம்ஸ்ட்ராங் ஃபஸ்ட்டு கீழே கால் வைக்கிறது வந்து ஆஸ்திரேலியாவிலேருந்து தான் கேப்சர் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க. இது வந்து நாங்கள் ஆல்ரெடி ஹிஸ்ட்ரியில் வந்து படிச்சிருக்கோம், விக்கிபீடியாவில் இருக்குது. ஸோ ஆல்ரெடி தெரியும். பட் ஆனால் அது ஒரு சினிமேட்டிக்காக அது வந்து ஒரு எடுத்து அவ்வளோ ஒரு அவேர்னஸாக வந்து இதுவரை யாருக்கும் வெளில சொன்னதில்லை. அண்ட் இந்த மூவி வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வெரி கிளாசிக் அண்ட் எப்படி சொல்கிறது வெரி ஒரு பியூட்டிஃபுல்லாக இருந்தது. ரொம்ப சினிமேட்டிக்காக இல்லாமல் ரொம்ப ட்ராமேட்டிக்காக இல்லாமல். ஸோ இட் வாஸ் வெரி பர்ஃபெக்ட். இட் வாஸ் காம். வி ரியலி என்ஜாய்ட் இட். And apart from that, we are from space industry, so basically we understood like each part of that. And எங்களோட பழைய மிஷன்ஸ்லேயும் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த டிஷ் ஆண்டனால ஆக்சுவலி அவங்க திருப்புற அந்த சீன்லாம் வரும். அதெல்லாம் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஆக்சுவலி எங்ககிட்ட அவ்வளோ பெரிய ஆண்டனா கிடையாது, பட் வி ஹேவ் அ ஸ்மால் ஆண்டனா இன் அவர் ஆஃபீஸ். எங்கள் சேட்டலைட் லான்ச் ஆனப்போ அப்படி தான் 2 நாள் சிக்னல் வருது இல்லை வரல. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி மேலே உட்காந்து நாங்கள் ஆண்டனா வந்து ஆக்சுவலி திருப்பிட்டு இருந்தோம். ஸோ அதெல்லாம் வந்து அந்த மூவியில் பார்த்தப்போ இட் வாஸ் ஸோ நொஸ்டாலஜிக். அண்ட் நொஸ்டாலஜிக்னா நான் 1969 வரல, பட் ஆனால் நாங்கள் 3 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி பண்ண மிஷன் இருக்குல்ல, அது கூட இட் வாஸ் நொஸ்டாலஜிக். அண்ட் 1969 அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டெக்னாலஜி இருந்திருக்குன்னு பார்த்தது மலைப்பாக இருந்தது. அது எல்லாத்தையும் விட எனக்கு பிடிச்ச விஷயம் என்னென்னா லைக் ரொம்ப அதை வந்து மசாலா சேர்க்காமல் அதை வந்து ரொம்ப லைக் ட்ராமேட்டிக்காக கொண்டு போகாமல் ஒரு கிளாசிக்காக போச்சு. பிகாஸ் ஐ லவ் சிம்பிளிசிட்டி அண்ட் கிளாசிக்னஸ். ஸோ அது வந்து அதில் இருந்தது. ஐ ரியலி என்ஜாய்ட் இட். அண்ட் அகைன் நான் நிஜமாவே திரும்ப ஒரு 2-3 தடவை இந்த மூவி போய் பார்ப்பேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் டு த சினிமா ராண்டேவூ ஃபார் திஸ். அண்ட் சினிமா ராண்டேவூன்னு சொல்லப்போ அந்த ராண்டேவூன்ற வேர்டு வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நாங்கள் ஸ்பேஸில் அடிக்கடி யூஸ் பண்ணுற வார்த்தை. ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் லைக் இந்த ஒகேஷன் இதுக்காகவே பர்ஃபெக்டாக பண்ண மாதிரி இருந்தது. ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.
Hi. So it's a perfect way to spend a Saturday morning. The movie was fantastic. I think, as they said, people landed on the moon 50 years ago, but the way they picturized it, the characters, the screenplay, the humor, I think overall it was a fantastic choice of movie. I thoroughly enjoyed watching it. I should come back more and watch the lovely movies that Cinema Rendezvous is going to be screening. Thank you.